A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space seems to be taken up by Wirral-related merchandise.
Lousy auras there. No, role-playing games are popular among those types. You know, who are into... I've heard they turn people into occult enthusiasts. That they have rituals where they try to summon...
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular sword.
Oh, Man from Hjelmdal. A very popular series. Blood and violence, scantily clad women, epic narratives, all those mystical things he encounters. They're bound... What does it matter? They're all the same. If you're a novice of the series, I'd recommend Hjelmdalaman. The Man from Hjelm...
Rows and rows of Hjelmdalamen blur your vision. You make out some titles. Maybe 100. Man from... Those snow crabs are worse than they sound. Not even close. Man from Hjelmdal in hell. Man from Hjelmdal and the forest of slaves. Man from Hjelmdal under the lake. Man from Hjelmdal. A twinge at the back of your head makes you flinch. Your eye starts twitching. Your hand reaches toward a book with glossy cover art of the very muscular Man from Hjelmdal in chains. She's laughing at him, belittling him. Between the throne and the Hjelmdalaman lies a bonfire, casting shadows on the wall. The shadow of the woman's headdress looks like a pair of devil horns. The title reads, Man from Hjelmdal and the Devil Woman. Especially those leering types who seem to wear nothing but an armored bikini. There's also... The display rack before you is burdened under piles of Man from Hjelmdal novels. There they both are, two identical shoes, both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin, reunited on your feet. Good, they're balanced, comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be told.
Welcome to crime. Be welcome. And please...
A golden pendant hangs around the woman's neck in the shape of what looks like a tiny fish head trapped in amber.
Oh yes, helps to have an anchor in these times. Sir, don't be ridiculous. I certainly will not give you money. I would be... One has to earn one's success, even if one is a...
What is this insolence? She misunderstood.
Now, hey there. Sounds like someone isn't taking responsibility for the energy they bring into this space. Tribute? Power? These are not the traditions we're used to in this part of the world. I am the proudest owner of our little shop of culture.
She has fine-tuned her voice to find the most welcoming approach for attracting new customers. It doesn't work.
Goodness, you were already doing good, browsing the shelves. Why'd you stop? Don't you feel everything is on the shelves? Take a look yourself.
She's attempting to mentally direct you towards the shelves. She only wants you to buy the goods. She doesn't care about the books.
Truth be told, not really. My sister brings in most, but you don't learn about the important things in life from fabricated stories. I provide a valuable service. As long as people buy books, I'm fine. The truth is available if you just know where to look, and you have to open and free your mind to understand.
She smiles and nods, seemingly relieved.
Cursed? Who said that? Annette? I will have a word with her. This place is not...
Doesn't feel like it's thriving. Feels ghostly.
Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Wonderful! Did you talk to her? Great! On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to...
Her opinion of her daughter depends on how well she lured you into the store.
My precious, her dedication brings joy to my heart. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as my Annette. God, I've told her not to do that. It's such a disgusting habit.
A part of hers too, clearly.
She can, if she has enough willpower. This is what's called growth.
Come on, ma'am. It's obvious she can't do anything about it. You are placing an unnecessary burden on a young child.
She stands stiff and severe, silently fuming. This is a person coming to terms with a new reality, one where they are wrong. It's not easy.
Oh no. Hold on. I need to invite her inside and apologize. She must be freezing out there. There. I don't know what to say to you. My husband, he tries to teach me business lessons. I have what my mother called a dull mind. All this stress.
sounds like both the husband and the mother treat her the way she treats Annette.
Oh, well, my mother was horrible, of course. Absolutely perverse energies around that person. But
My husband is completely different, of course.
yes, my husband is a successful entrepreneur east of the river. If only he were more involved in the business we're running up here. No matter. Soon we'll both be off for Grand Couronne. It's a proper place to live. One of the most of the buildings are empty at the moment. It's a great opportunity to get... He made the initial investment. Since then, he's been what you might call a silent partner. Yes, I'm afraid so. A real treat she is. It would be nice if she had... No, we couldn't have afforded more children, really. Not in this economy. We're quite busy people, you know, my husband and I. Quite busy. Children are a lot of work. I'm sorry, I'm sure you do understand. She's been too busy helping me here. I assure you, I of all people understand the importance of education. She will be back in school the moment the store...
The woman looks aloof. Her features much softer. Occasionally she glances.
Goodness, you were already doing good, browsing the shelves. Why'd you stop? Don't you feel compelled? Go, go! Get back there. The books await you.
She smiles and nods. You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange...
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only. Nothing. Now please go back to browsing the books. Don't you feel compelled to look at the book?
Oddly enough, the more she tries to draw you away from the curtains, the more alluring they become. You see some kind of charm, an irregular polyhedron assembled from bones, sticks, and straw. Inside, aside from poking at it, just as you're about to pull apart the curtain.
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers. Parapsychologically speaking, we're done if you decide to open them. I won't be held responsible for the consequences.
She looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people?
No, it's just a storeroom for the employees, I told you. Now please step away from the curtains. Why? It's not like anyone was killed there. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be... You do? My God, even more reasons not to mess with the curtains. Just step away, dear sir. No, please just talk to me, officer. Come here and let's talk this through before you decide to do anything
Lies. Rip them open, we say. There is something mysterious about the curtains. Be careful. The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang before you. as if taunting you. You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of...
I warned you! You're unleashing forces beyond your understanding!
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens. What if you just break it down? That's right. Take in your surroundings. You need to have a solid steady breathing, solid core. You've got this. With one shoulder, the room is dimly lit and littered with old barbershop rubbish. It's made of a solid block of wood, but it has stood there for ages. Only an echo. No one is there. You smash into the wood and see a small crack appear on the door frame. It's going to take one more try to break through to the other side. But you've done it.
You're not thinking of trying again, are you? What is this place? We don't have to explore an abandoned gym, you know? Besides, no one's been here in ages. I doubt the electricity still works. We should find a flashlight if we want to go on. There should be one in my...
An eerie feeling rises in your chest.
Yes, because it's closed. No need to look for supernatural explanations where a banal one will do.
A barbell lies on the floor. The color has worn off its weight plates. It's 60 kilograms. Your triceps hum at the sight of these weights. Show the world what kind of beast it's dealing with. There are no collars on the barbell. This is a safety hazard. Why does it feel so familiar?
You're right. The weight may fall off. Better not touch it then. It would be a violation of EPIS safety regulations if the gym was still operating, but it isn't. No one's supposed to come here anymore.
No, it's not that. It's the stale smell of rubber. The squeaky... A memory from another life. When you were young and fit. No, it's not that. It's the stale smell of rubber. A memory from another life. When you were young and fit. Conjuring up an inhuman amount of strength, you raise the barbell up in the air. Your biceps tremble, but you're a savage. This is a children's game. A warm wave of accomplishment washes over your head as you drop the barbell to the floor. Hey, but you're still in a ghost house. What if someone heard this? What?
Good technique. Yes? Yes?
These shelves are overburdened with books from the same series. You see the name Dick Mullen over.
Oh, crime, robbery. You're a police officer, apparently.
The plaque on the shelf reads, Biographies of Famous People. You see a large variety of names, none of which ring a bell. Browsing through all the books suddenly, a particularly odd title catches your eye. It reads, High Speed Love, the tragic true love story of Jacob Irv and Alfie Delatraz, by one Cecilia Averbrook. High Speed Love chronicles the romance between two of the finest tip-top tourney racers in history. Next to Irv's life story, you see a slim biography of an Occidental rock star called The Anti-Star. Next to that, Rivasholian radio person.
I really must insist you buy one of the books.
She understands she has erred against the customer and immediately corrects course.
I'm sorry, I did not mean to rush you. You are browsing. Go ahead.
Several maps have been attached to a bulletin board hidden inside the maps look old and faded. This large map displays archipelagos. You see a constellation of small dots on the light Ozon, Laurentide, Fas Alamer, archipelagos, North Arcade Islands. In the northeast, a dust mite stands on the north coast of Caillou. In a bookstore, it's you. Radiating outwards from you, the suzerain Revachol. With a radius of 80 kilometers, still, the crown jewel of this Isola would be barely visible. You can, on Caillou, Revachol, a single black star, lost little pearls of light. The ocean breaks apart into a tangle of cosines and azimuths, connections to other worlds, words past the Insulindian, unknown to you. You only know you've never been there. You have little idea what they are. Distant stars, gods, but looking at them makes you feel almost Perhaps they are gods, gods of distance and outer dust. The north coast of a verdant island is shattered by the delta of a river. It is the River Esperance. Countless bridges put the shards back together, connecting city blocks to river. To the east, rolling hillsides, Le Jardin, Stella Marie, the suburbs of Saint-Baptiste, swallowed up into the megacity. They sound rich to you. Houdon, it's somewhere to live. Not bad. Then there's Jamrock. It's bad. People shouldn't live there, but they do. Then Faubourg. It's almost as bad and much larger. Then you feel you're just west of Coal City, somewhere above Jamrock and close to Coal City. It's not really a map, it's a tourist thing. A picture postcard with buildings on it, drawn from an isometric perspective. A date in the upper right corner says 48. Still, it's detailed. Could be pretty useful for scouting ahead. You see the jagged boxes of an industrial harbor, even the whirling in rags there.
I'm sorry, officer. The map of Martinez is quite valuable, though they might not look it. That old thing, it's from when some design studio people... They didn't get that far, for some reason. A shame the project never got going. Would be nice if someone fixed... are bad for business.
This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. Amidst the various books, you find one. The point of the book, and many others on this shelf, is to give people medicinal advice in situations where it serves platitudes, while also telling everyone that traditional medicine, the kind people, wholeness, unity, balance, when it's up to your mind to heal yourself, then it's because it's your own fault if you're ill. Got it? The book features chapters on topics such as how to find magnesium. It even lists plants you can harvest magnesium from. There's even a chapter on the ancient Seraïs tradition of using duck gallbladder preservatives to treat and prevent sexually transmitted diseases. Pre- and post-factum apply. Nothing worth buying. This is just mundane garbage. What's even paranatural about this? The throbbing in your head increases with every passing moment you gaze at this shelf. Suddenly, as if out of nowhere, a small green book becomes apparent. The title of it reads, Medicinal Purposes of the Pearl. The book contains very little explanation on the matter. This knowledge seems to be... The book contains descriptions of various pseudoscientific... For example, it recommends vigorously... Even better if you can find someone else, preferably a large man dressed in nothing but a towel, to thrash you while you're spread naked and helpless on a cool slab. It also recommends consuming distilled in a shallow hole just inside the pail. Among other benefits, it is alleged to restore a damaged liver to perfect health. For general health and well-being, readers are encouraged to take regular strolls through the Pale. These strolls promise to cleanse the mind of worries and the body of toxins, especially if this is exactly what you need. I don't know. I don't want to be the party pooper, but this Pale there's an entire section devoted to cures for men who are struggling to perform their marital obligations. You close the book and return it to its place on the shelf.
I'm sorry, sir. I can't talk right now.
You just can't win.
Math. It's really difficult. Like, really. Oh, I found something while you were away. I thought this would fit you. Like, thanks for helping out. Not me. The city, I mean. Like a detective does. Just what Dick Mullen would ask. I got it from behind the curtains. I'm not really supposed to go there. Maybe. It's the hat Dick Mullen wears all the time. You'll look way more serious with that. Right, I have to get back to my homework now, before Mum notices. Man, this is hard.
Because you know each other. She's been talking to you so openly because you've talked before.
Yes, I used to stand out there all the time, before Mother told me to focus on my homework. You've been running around all week, sir, sometimes without your shirt on, asking people questions. I haven't really understood what about. Of course, you've stopped by a few times. You certainly look better than the last time I saw you. Yeah, but you don't have party eyes anymore.
Party eyes. Yes, of course. That makes sense.
I'm not surprised children have seen you running around with party eyes on.
You know, like a cat in the dark, all big and wide-eyed. It certainly looks odd on a man.
The swiveling eyes of a loony drug addict. That is what she meant. You were probably gurning too. Fuck yeah. You should get some party eyes right now. Snap those sequins on you, boy. Oh, baby, that's not what you have to worry about. Worry about the important thing.
I didn't know I had to do that. I guess we can change the subject, sir. I didn't mean to bring you down.
Yes?
This coin-operated viewer is facing south. The instruction manual says to insert 25 centimes and pull the handle while looking inside. Then use the focus knob to zoom in if necessary.
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time.
René, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please.
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration.
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. Don't ask questions. No, you got this. There's the ball. You're the game.
See? Your munching and complaining have ruined my concentration.
Ah, mon Dieu. The pain in my back is...
I hope you pass out from it. You goddamn jellyfish. Men like you are the real...
Shush. Ignore them. They don't know what they're doing. They're old. You are letting down yourself and the team. Doesn't matter what team. Pick a team. Any team. The blue team. You're letting them... Eyes on the ball, Dinky Winky. You are immediately surprised by the ball's lack of weight. No man, God, this is right. You feel the familiar tremble of excitement and adrenaline. That the cold metal ball is surprisingly smooth against your neck. It has a pattern on it. Probably a sponsor. Already your muscles are adjusting to the weight. A chilly breeze ruffles your hair as you stand there, feet firmly planted, an embodiment of pure motion. Behold the fear and confusion reflecting in the eyes of the two feeble geezers. They are... Some would still say you're a cop, but I guess we're beyond that now.
Merde! Bordel de merde! What the hell is your problem? I don't care if you are a cop. You do not just ruin...
A man his age getting worked up like that? Better watch that blood pressure.
You vandalized our game, son! We can't play pétanque with 5 bull! Well, it damn well isn't. It's pétanque. You ruined a pétanque game.
Take it easy, René. This is just a misunderstanding.
there's harm done, you orange slug. You are as a goddamn bull. Will this... No, it will God...
Thank you, officer. This is really something. Honestly, I think it's better than our old bull, even.
Mon Dieu.
Just talk. It'll smooth things over. Old people like attention.
Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement. But this affair has... In Martinez, the union is the law. So can you really blame them? Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary, I admire the effort to bring... If I knew, I would not be afraid to tell you. I simply don't. I'm an old...
This is a man with a lot of past, but little present, and almost no future.
Yes. The terrain here provides an interesting variety to a familiar... Yes. It was left by heavy artillery fire. Why what? Because that's what happens when communists hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. You use heavy ordnance. Commies, communists, socialists, anarchists, call them what you like. They just chose the name to feel special. Senseless sentimentality. Sadly, no. It was the foreigners who brought them to their knees. We fought valiantly. Too valiantly. So valiantly, should have fought dirty, like they did with their suicide sex cult propaganda and mad anarchist women strapped to shrapnel bombs. We didn't so, and we lacked caliber. God bless him. Because this place is a damn beachhead. Had to soften the commies up first. Yes, the military coordinated amphibious landing to take back Revachol.
He finds your lack of historic knowledge troubling, a sign of mental deterioration in the preceding generation.
Martinez was used as one of the 3 footholds in Revachol during Operation Deathblow in '08. This here is Blood Ground, where coalition boots first made landfall and cleaned those rabid dogs out. Most...
Blood ground. You got old René going there. Like he isn't hungry enough already.
Don't get me wrong, officer. I hate those foreign dogs, but... the enemy of my enemy and all that. They're the lesser evil. Damn right, son. They laid the fire of hell on the city before they stormed it. And it worked, too.
He approves of this radical approach. No.
The rest of the city got cleaned up, but Martinez they keep as a monument. And now the Union Socialists are...
Well, it's your own damn fault. You, we, the coalition, Revachol.
You don't even begin to truly understand the players on the table, let alone the specific circumstances surrounding the... What do you think? Preposterous! Surely you don't mean it. I'm just sorry it had to be them. After 8 years of fighting those commie hyenas, I would have preferred if the Right Honorable King Guillaume returned to Revachol. Or even if that damn clan Frisel had...
This royal failure weighs heavily on him.
Instead, all that is just, holy, and beautiful in the world was wiped away, and now it's neon signs with toothpaste ads everywhere. This is just what the commies wanted. This was their plan all along. This is what they wanted to replace the role of the suzerain with. Damn Frisel. He was the king we couldn't protect. The Carabineers failed him, and the crown. He died in the hands of the Hyperlay, in a very public execution. A true king in both blood and mind led Revachol before Frisel. He would have been better, but the damn commies drove him into exile. The suzerain is the king! Has everyone forgotten already? They've forgotten already.
Soon, they will forget everything. Him too.
It's no use talking to you. You were still in Daddy's borders when it happened. When we took our last stand against the Filth and rode the cavalry straight into gunfire. Ah, yes! King Philip III!
Oh, absolutely. At the mercy of a cocaine-snorting tyrant who emptied the treasury.
Cocaine? Cocainum? Sounds like our kind of king. And just imagine what kind of cocaine a king.
A superpower, feared and respected. A testament to what this country can be under the leadership of a true king. Someone who knows how to rule. Decisively, without fear of offending the sensibilities of the frail and weak-minded among his subjects. This is something the insurgents never understood. A nation is only as strong as its leader. That's why it was such madness to try.
Don't get started on that again. What happened, happened.
The Carabineer doesn't reply, but his entire being. No one and nothing can change this man's mind. He is as rigid as they come, still in that antique uniform. It's a symbol for him.
Oh, old Philip was a big fan of the purple nose candy the nobility loved so much. A cocaine connoisseur of sorts.
You can't even take the responsibility for yourself. How could you fathom the responsibility weighing on the shoulder? That's why the Philippian kings use cocaine. For clarity.
I'm satisfied with this explanation.
Of course. Clarity of vision.
Philippe III was even brought into this world with the help of cocaine. The court made him administer the dose to his mother when she was in labor, and it is well known that with the help of cocaine...
Higher realms. Of course, it all makes sense.
It's really not. Please, do spare us the cocaine.
Yes, indeed. We're not here to investigate the drug trade of Saint...
Right.
All you observe is a veteran refusing to let go of the past and his old uniform. This is not uncommon.
This is the uniform of the Royal Carabineers in service of Frissel I.
Don't you mean Frissel the Fan?
You do not speak his name, Craven, although he was a clown. But he was our clown.
There's something you missed. You will get to it. Don't worry. Hey. Psst. Psst. Hey, you. Yes, you. Word on the street is you're ready to start building communism again. Yes, you're ready to start building communism again. You've built it before. They've built it before. Hasn't really worked out yet. But neither has love. Should we just stop building love, too? So, what about all that communism you've promised to build? Word on the street is, you've woken up from 1,000... You keep saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the landowners, impale all people who have more than 25 real in their pocket. Literally murder all human beings, regardless of the... Oh yes, the mask of ambivalence. Don't deny it. You're about to rip it off and reveal the monstrous seven-eyed... Everyone can see that. So tell me, do you have any questions before we fire up the big communism builder? Or do we get right? Failure. It's about failure. Yes, abject failure. Total, irreversible defeat on all fronts. Absolutely vanquished, beaten, curbs, you alone, against every living thing, against every human alive. 800 trillion real in the hands of an imp. You against the atom, the charm and the spin, where the whole world failed. Matter failed to bend to... Now get to work, comrade. Oh yeah, get the firing squads and the animal wagons ready. Too late to back out now. You can't make an omelette without breaking a few million eggs.
Yes?
Before you stands a motor carriage. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook. Pull out the frequency tableau lights up, and a green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then the soft purr of electrical kittens, radio waves cast.
This is Precinct 57.
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st precinct here. I'm putting him on.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you? It will take just a moment.
Her voices fade out.
Gottlieb, what do you want?
He's carelessly chewing on a piece of hard candy.
Oh, it's you.
Was that a snarl or a suppressed groan? No love for you here.
Yes, there's no end to the misfortunes fate has seen fit to rain upon. Who? You are? You lost your human visage a while back. Now let's get on with it. I've got more important things to do. Hard to tell exactly what it was over the phone. Could be a combination of peripheral neuralgia and high blood pressure. Or, actually, it could be both, given your profile. Yep. Yes, probably in more ways than one.
You're detecting very little in the way of empathy from...
Cut down on the drinking, pal. In fact, cut off.
Oh, but speed. Sweet speed. It goes so well with alcohol.
That's because you're hungover. Even the radio waves coming from your direction smell like liquor. That's the tiny vessels pulsating from high blood pressure, stupid officer. The busy kind. It's not life-threatening, and you survived it. Congrats.
Sort of, but by God does it.
Even better. Anything else? I wouldn't worry about that. Oh.
Accept it. The body is an object, and objects break down. Do what good you can with your...
With all the damage you've been dealing yourself with drugs and alcohol, I'm not surprised.
There is no surprise in his voice, only careless superiority.
What else? I'm not a brain doctor. Look on the... What? You want me to do blood work for you again? Tell you just how bad things really are across the board? You want another rundown of everything collapsing inside your body? You want the real, honest-to-God truth? Stop drinking, eat magnesium and vitamin D. Our station...
So it's political. You're being neglected because of... The money is probably going to some old, oily...
And no, I don't want to hear a political commentary on the topic. In fact, I got work to do. Some idiot has glued his eyelids shut.
It's not fucking cryo-actylate. It's super glue, Doc.
Anything else I can help you with, officer? Just a second, officer.
10-2, 10-5. This is 40.
A scrawny old man sits in a dusty cubicle, smoking, with a large white rectangle sewn on his vest. In front of him is a box-shaped apparatus with an array of wires and antennas. The radio switchboard.
10-4, what's your status? Over. 10-18, 10-20, over. State your message, sir. Over. 10-9, repeat message. Over. 10-4, message received. This is a very...
10-22, the captain.
Is it him? What does he want?
Says he lost his badge and needs to report.
He what? He lost his badge?
This is communication. You mean your partner? Over.
What is he saying?
He's asking who you are.
I'm his gut.
It's your partner, Satellite Officer Vitmar.
Did he lose his memory along with his fucking badge? Who lost his badge? Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective. Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
He says this has probably happened to other policemen.
Oh god damn it. Is he fucking kidding?
Satellite Officer Vitmar is wondering if you might be joking and adds that this tarnishes the reputation of the entire station. Over.
Mullen dicked us.
He's asking you to stop, says this is serious.
Of course it's serious. He lost his fucking badge.
Satellite Officer Vitmar concurs, losing your badge is 10-4. I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make...
Fuck me! Mac, come here! You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge.
What's going on?
Super Cop here.
He lost his badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
Lost a badge.
He asks you to please stop saying he lost his badge.
Why? Did he find it?
Sergeant Orson was wondering if you found your...
You don't have a comeback. Sorry. It's hard to think like this.
He's not replying. Looks like he's still looking for it. 10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over.
New heights even for Captain Sober.
Ask him. Ask him if he's...
Sergeant Orson wants to know if you lost your gun too. Over.
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you? Okay, it's gone. Your gun is...
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over.
Even before you can get the words out, everything gets scrambled in your...
He says he didn't lose his gun. Or his fun, whatever.
Ask him to describe it. His gun. Not his fun. Just...
Satellite Officer McLean requests a description of your weapon.
The fuck do you need a gun for? Look at the pythons on your arms. You... Oh, request a description, huh? We'll give him one. Describe the plasma gun.
He says he...
Dear God, he lost his gun. Oh my, I can't.
This isn't real.
Mac can face a giant of Coco Nur by himself. But Disco hit him.
Oh, I can't. Fuck. He lost.
I'm not going to.
Ask him.
Sergeant Orson here.
Now is a good time to say fuck and ass and so on. That'll make this all right.
That's a negative. Not going to say that.
What's he saying? Share with the class.
He said he sodomized you.
The prick ate Mama's vanilla waffles at the captain's birthday party. Some nerve he's got.
Sure her vanilla waffles with the own...
Shut up, Chester. This isn't funny. This is my... Tell him to apologize right now.
Sergeant Orson requests that you apologize for the claims that you made about his mother. Over. Mac, he says you shouldn't have antagonized the Firewalker in the first place.
Who?
Satellite Officer V. I'm afraid he might be referring to himself.
Firewater? He's lost it. Fuck it. Tell him to find his goddamn badge and gun. That's the only...
Satellite Officer V. 10-4, affirmative. Officer is in pursuit of his firearm.
Oh, God,
Officer, do you need further assistance? Over. 10-4, I hear you. I don't have the...
What does he want now?
He's asking for money.
Is he fuck?
I don't think he...
Don't give that asshole...
Right. That's a negative on the additional funds, sir. Over. He says it's important to the...
He isn't getting a red...
Request denied.
Nothing is working.
Anything else, sir? Over.
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through. You're going to be looking at a straitjacket if you tell everyone you lost your memory. Be...
10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question. That's a negative, sir. I got a 10-12 here. Over.
What? What is it? He's still on...
He wants to verify...
But of course, it says Dick Mullen, High General of the Rev...
Tell him to stop wasting time.
What do you need, sir? Over. 10-9, repeat message. I didn't get that, sir. Over.
What? What is it?
He seems intoxicated and keeps asking me to call...
Mullen's drunk and emotionally aggressive. That's new.
Wrap it up. Don't indulge in his drunken antics.
You probably don't want to continue on this road.
Come again, sir. I didn't get that. 10-9, over. 10-4, well, that...
Does he actually want something, or is he help?
He asked if he ever told me about his days before...
For God's sake, cut this shit out! Tell him to stop wasting time and be a goddamn policeman for...
Sir, Satellite Officer Vikmar says... So, was there anything else? Understood, sir. Over. Roger that, 10-10.
18 kilometers to the south, in the 41st Precinct's relay booth, a small crowd has gathered. The small room is filled with cigarette smoke, abuzz with laughter.
What is going on here? Did something happen?
What happened is my partner made contact. It's not good. He's lost his badge and his sidearm. He seemed confused, delirious.
Mac, the torso Torson, is finger-fucking his fist, laughing hoarsely and apparently telling some dirty story to his partner.
Yeah, Mullen was fucked, alright.
Yeah, Mac's right. This was some gnarly shit there. I mean...
Enough! None of this is funny. It's fucking sad. That's what it is. He's a cop. He's one...
We must help him.
Yeah? How do you fucking plan to do that, huh? Get him off the drink? Go jogging with him in the morning and get him on carrot juice?
I just know we can't give up on him when he's at his weakest. He wouldn't.
Mac, man the door. You know what he told me? I don't want to get better. I want to get worse. Those were his words. This shit does not leave this room. Not a word of this to the captain. Or anyone else.
I guess I can hold off the report for a few days.
Good. Okay, everybody. Nothing but a prank call here. We all got our laughs.
Far north, on the other side of the motorway, the officer quietly hunches with his hand in the motor carriage. A metallic drawer slides out.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case.
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. But what can you do? Work is work. The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand. Heavier. Cold and heavy. Like true. Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids. The handles are long and sleek. Snap, snap, go the cutters in your hand. It's robust, weatherproof, and well-made. Police issue. Blue. Lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Right.
10-4, come in. Firewall. Roger that. 10-10, over and out.
The white suede feels luxurious under the touch, and the metal clutch handle so very firm. As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks.
There's no use pressing the heat button. It won't start with...
Alternative translation. Don't even think you can drive my MC.
This is the Couperie Kinema, my motor carriage. You can use the toolbox and the...
Motor carriage, motor carriage. Something bad with a motor carriage. A dark lump rises in your throat.
The Caprice Motorcar does provide most of our patrol vehicles, yes.
Nothing. It's probably nothing. Forget I brought it up. Please proceed with the carefree lollygagging.
No, I'm afraid not. We have a murder case on our hands, remember? A motorized vehicle, officer. I'm sure you are familiar with the concept. We've had these for nearly a century.
In the cabin, you see a set of...
Hello again, my man. What's on your mind?
Hello again, officer. How are things? Excuse me?
She's uncomfortable. Maybe you should drop this line of questioning.
Oh, well, I didn't write it there. I'm just sitting here. I don't know anything about that either.
Pig is a widely used term for members of the police. Even if she didn't write it, she should clean it.
Okay.
She's probably not gonna do it. This trash container is locked. There's something in there, not necessarily connected to the cave. The body is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of garbage to the smell of death.
Trash? Food waste from the cafeteria? They lock these containers to keep the derelicts from flood. What do you mean, feel? We could try using a pry bar, the one you took from my motor carriage, or... We might want to ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one. And he also has information.
This trash container, the body is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of garbage. The lieutenant leans in to inspect the lock. Pause time isn't happening. What is this? Your triceps ache for the metal to bend, but it resists. There's a creaking sound as the pry bar slips under the lid.
The quality of metal is not the problem. From what I see...
He's enjoying your little failure. He finds it amusing. He's unsatisfying, hurtful, full of itself.
Let's ask the manager for the key. This is clearly not working.
Kuno's got this!
Oh yeah! Nappa Goofy, Kuno! Right in the dick, Kuno! Get him right in the dick!
it in the dick.
The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like two black holes and his jaw is twitching as if trying to break free from the empire of his body.
Fuck that! Kuno, yeah!
They pay you no heed or pretend.
Shits himself.
The rake, Kuno! You should throw...
The fuck? Does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno is not a gardener. The fuck are you talking about?
He's calling us Kuno. He says we're fucking each other.
We shouldn't do anything. I don't tempt such forces. Just take it easy.
Alright, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Shitload pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno. Pig's choking. He's totally...
If I were to want to waste my time, which I do not, I would ask them who he is.
You have no idea what the usual is. Just ask whatever comes to mind.
Kuno's fuck imp. Kuno uses the fuck imp for target practice.
End of conversation. Very strong. You should be this stoic.
Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down. You heard Kuno. Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revachol. I don't know. Some fucking... Mesk or I don't know. Some other place. Night City. Kuno was in... Kuno gives this info out on a need-to-know basis. And you don't need to know. Kuno didn't smoke the gimp, if that's what you meant. Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt. That seems pretty fucking suspicious to Kuno.
Yeah, you tell the faggoty, Kuno.
You're testing Kuno's
Get lost,
Right, pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. What do you want with it? Don't be wondering about Kuno's shit, pig. Fuck does Kuno care about your hunch? That's your shit. You figured it out. Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. Kuno's Kuno, pig.
Kuno. Primal. Violent.
The fuck are you calling a third pig?
He looks slightly confused, but proud he came up with that retort. But
watch out, Kuno! He's trying to fiddle you! He's gonna put his hands on you! Help! Pig's got Kuno! Help! Rape!
Help! He's got the Kuno, help! Everybody!
Escalate, Kuno! His dick is out! You're afraid!
Pigs in here, Kuno! Somebody, please! No! Get off, Kuno, you... No one? Kuno's doing this because he likes it, pig.
this is where Kuno establishes dominance.
Help! The pig's gagging him! Kuno can't speak!
You put him up to this yourself when you decided to talk to...
Listen to your friend. Kuno owns the fat ass. Help! The RCM is trying to fuck Kuno!
You didn't shut him down. Your fat fist didn't meet its target. Instead, it pulled you down with it.
Pig's trying not to cry. Kuno can't believe this shit. Can no one... Pig, Kuno thought you had this. What happened? Kuno can't do anything now.
It's safe to say he has established
Fucked your shoulder, fucked your knee, fucked your fat body up.
No.
Kuno's just gonna beat the shit out of you again.
I told you not to tempt such forces. Now, how about we go and do something worth the public's time?
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take me in.
She means it. The fear is real.
I'm going away for a long, long time, Kuno.
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
I come from the woods, good Davidu. You don't want to go there with me.
Don't be traumatizing.
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. You seem to be holding your breath. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in, even through.
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
He's about to blow. Cop's gonna blow, Kuno.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here. Heavy workers' boots with reinforced toes and hobnail. Isn't this something an industrial worker would wear?
Noted.
What do you think you are? A super detective? You're hungover. These are just dents in the mud. No pattern emerges for the time being. An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite. It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted against, and because it's nice and orderly, well-laid pallets. No, there's more to this. You get this hard to say. It's gone now. Feelings pass, you see. Especially the small one. There he still is, looking right The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth. More in... You feel a great force ringing from your stomach. Your body curls and pushes it out, until a pool of vomit lies under your feet, and your throat stings from the stomach acid.
Keep it. The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head. If you can handle the headache, some officers use it to deal with cadaverine odor. I can't handle the headache.
It's more likely he can handle the smell, unlike you.
There's the fruit nearby. Maybe they have some in their apothecary. If they don't, there's a greenhouse here, and a gardener with a wheelbarrow on the corner of the whirling in rags. If she works here, she might have something for the smell.
Acquiring ammonia will provide a modifier to the white check. Modifiers make checks easier and allow you to retry them.
Look, see? It's the fuck...
You belittled yourself before the Kuno. Now you must seek his forgiveness.
Fucking what pig? Cool what? What the fuck is...
I think you broke his brain when you fucked him up, Kuno.
You better come up with a way to make Kuno forget you tried to fucking hit him, piggo.
Please don't waste time on nonsense.
The lieutenant does not approve of this at all.
Don't listen to the blind fuck, piggo. You're doing the right thing here, trying to get Kuno to like you again. You can pay tribute to Kuno with drugs, or cigarettes, or some wheels. Kuno could use some wheels. Motorized carriage shit.
Please don't waste time on
The lieutenant doesn't...
Don't listen to the... You can pay tribute to Kuno.
What are you doing?
The worn and beaten wooden planks of...
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when...
This Postler Vantorie mail collection box has been heavily vandalized with graffito. A closer inspection. The box seems happy. Eat shit, pig. fucked by the coon, and St. G with a crown have been scribbled on it. Jenny is a whore, and best set mailbox also. The mail collection box seems cathartic, thankful even. So do you. You shudder, then you swallow, and then suddenly you see it. Over all the other graffitos, someone has, using the tip of a very sharp knife, cut the words, Revachol forever. There is a hollow ring as you kick the box. Your toe has suffered, damn it.
Cool. You really showed that mail collection box. I don't.
He must see the box as the weaker of the two, and you as a bully. Something he doesn't stand for. Bent metal, broken glass. You are the destroyer, the bane of inanimate matter. Look, there's a discarded milk carton on the floor. Why don't you destroy that, too? You're right. That's definitely not the behavior of a destroyer at all. That's just severe. There are clothes inside.
Don't be shy. These are premium class clothes.
You find your hands deep in tattered and faded garments made from weird poly.
Economical, but also trendy. Look first hand, buy second hand. Keep the economy moving.
You find your hands deep in tattered and faded garments made from
economical, but also trendy. Look.
Something cold grazes your hand. Synthetic and sleek. A wind practical, and yet it may deaden your senses to the...
Good choice, officer. Mega sporty. And it's only $4.50 for you, sir.
You see two lowly, defeated speakers through
I can see you've a taste for luxury, officer.
a pair of Faun Ultras. The design...
Those sneakers, mister. Those...
These once respectable...
No, don't look at the speakers, officer. Look at the sneakers. The sneakers are the stars here. These, officer? These speakers are Samaran garbage. I'm ashamed to even use them for props. Don't waste your time on them. No way, officer. These aren't for sale. They're bad speakers. Low-fi socialist junk. No, officer. You're a high-class policeman who accepts nothing less than the best. Lucky for you, I've got the best on sale. Well, if you want them, but see, they are the pedestal for my sneakers. If I let go of the speakers, where will the sneakers go? I can't leave. If, on the other hand, you wanted to buy the sneakers too, I could maybe throw in the speakers for little extra. 50 cents?
There's a pile of cheap...
You like sunglasses, officer? I've got the latest...
Abort. These are hideous.
Damn, officer! You look like a mega secret spy! Very...
They're perfect for concealing your bloodshot and baggy eyes.
No, you are definitely not buying those. No, I can't. We can't walk around with you looking like this. Okay, fine. Go ahead. If you want to look like a walk...
The Lieutenant's reverse psychology for Betty doesn't work on you. If you want to look like a mega-secret midlife... These are all boring. Boring, third-rate, ho-hum sung...
These are all first-rate sunglasses. Premium design, superb material, very cool. UV resistant. These will definitely keep your eyes safe and cool while doing your danger...
No luck. All you...
Oh! That visor is perfect for you, officer. It'll definitely keep the sun out of your eyes while you're shooting...
I hope not.
You don't like it? Sure, Square Joe. No problem. Let's get you some You keep coming back. That's good.
Yes?
It's not often that I see officers. What can I do?
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the walls of the shop.
I haven't had any problems myself, though some of my customers have complained of...
Who are your customers?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travelers, people looking for a deal. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from. It keeps me entertained.
Entertained? He might be high. If he is, on what?
Let me have a look. Anything else you're thinking of selling? I'm not purchasing any more clothing at the moment. Another time, perhaps.
Okay, he definitely is high. Whatever it is, you've probably done it. A guarded man like him wouldn't tell you if you asked out loud.
I doubt it, but I can try and answer any questions. I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery. Bad for business.
No one likes to see what you have to see every day. The pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dance.
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold her.
What? Sold? The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another, alert.
We've
Kim here too. That just sounded really.
You were adamant about getting rid of it, officer. Said you were undeserving of a service weapon of the Rever shop, and I don't like keeping guns around the shop for long. Off the chart.
He's not telling you the whole story. It seems he's trying to spare you.
You weren't quiet yourself, officer. You were very distraught. You said the gun was a threat to your life and that you can't trust yourself. When I said that I don't normally buy firearms, you put the gun barrel in your mouth and sort of...
You sucked on a gun? Good. Very normal.
$15 real.
The lieutenant looks from you to Roy, and then back to you. It's clear that he hopes this tablet. This has got to be the most. Wow. There's pity there too, in case you didn't notice.
It certainly does, especially in Revershoal. She didn't seem like a policeman, although she kept referring to herself as a pig, which was odd. Truth be told, she...
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the citizens' militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of
Miraculously, his face does not reveal what's happening inside.
You're right that she could cast aspersions on the Force. We have to find her.
My apologies, officer, but I have no idea where she would...
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it now. You'll just have to hope you luck upon her somehow.
Of course. Sure thing. Sure, man.
A typical Martinez streetlight sits among the light pole, has been carefully cut, and the wiring has been...
Yes, officer. As you see, it's in perfect working. It was brought to me...
We are not here to investigate the theft of city property. You have to admit it's rather clever what he's done with it.
700 real. A bargain, I dare say.
A bargain? No, it's not. He's trying to sweet-talk you into buying trash.
The light has undergone 3 transformations, and every transformation, large or small, has a price. Well, there are the costs of removal and rewiring. The most important transformation is the light's placement among ordinary, indoor...
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the... Try to find something pretty and cool here, then use it to win her back. Yes, buy something. This sounds off. You shouldn't trust this guy. Big men on big horses, clad in lame...
Franco-Nigerian knights. I used to be very serious about the...
A long, long time ago. They're not all blue. These figurines also wear gold coats and caps, complemented by orange trousers.
This is what the loyalists looked like, yes, at first. Then they wised up and got camouflage.
Which ones? Ah, Royalist soldiers from the time of the Revolution. The uniforms are painted a bit too brightly, I suppose.
This set of soldiers isn't meant to look impressive.
You're probably talking about the revolutionaries, yes? Yes, I think their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. When you place them next to the Royalists, it doesn't seem like they could possibly win. I don't like either set very much, to be honest. But there are...
He seems to have his own take on the conflict played out in perpetuity by these toys. Might be interesting to find out what it is. Why? What's this? A head...
Oh, that's the Headless Phone Rider. The Headless Phone Rider. It's an urban legend. About a man who rides the streets of 50 cents. Bargain price. I'll throw in the tiny cap too. I think he's looking for it, or something. That part of the story has many interpretations.
The boomboxes on the shelf look well. One especially catches your eye. Deep, this is you. Just make sure it works before you buy it.
Is the Harman Welshie W2, made in Vespa, designed in... If police work means playing tapes, sure.
Like a beach party, with sand and sun and seagulls dancing on the breeze.
Theoretically, yes, but we don't have time right now. It's generally murder investigation first, then beach party.
You can play it any way you like. And I guess since you're a police officer, no one can arrest you for it. Absolutely. I've tested each one myself with recordings of speech, found sounds and music from a variety of genres.
G'day to you.
A burly man hangs out by the waterlock, carving up a generous serving of salami with an old hunter's knife. His posture is relaxed. Despite his powerful build and a knife in his hand, this man resorts to physical intimidation only.
My friend Barry the Butcher is stuck on the other side of the waterlock. I'm keeping him company, and he...
From the corner of your eye, you see a man in a yellow shirt and grey overalls.
Very good stuff. Anything I can do for you, officer? I wasn't here to witness it, but those look like tire tracks on that sign. Weird, huh?
The words, "Dear."
Too bad it also takes a year and a day to repair anything around here. Especially a waterlock. The rest of the coast is closed off till then. Well, there's the fishing village, an abandoned fish market, a bizarro church. Not much use to the congregation. Yeah, not really much else. Just bombed out ruins. Sure thing. Want some too, officer?
Why not?
A couple of indicator lights are missing from this control panel. This panel usually closes the waterlock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. You pull the lever all the way up until the metal... Nothing happens. Nothing happens. A cold gust of wind. Nothing happens. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. Nothing. Nothing happens. Wasn't there a sign over there saying functionality will be restored on Wednesday morning? You pull the lever. Nothing happens. A spring bring... Wasn't there a sign?
Yes?
Looking for something odd?
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy grass. The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal belongings. The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. The back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep. Large...
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy. Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is.
He was acting tough before. This probably scared him a bit. Who knows when it will come in handy. A slightly scared, racist lorry. That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already? An hour would have been bad. 2 hours is mystical. You have truly wiped out all trace of yourself if you haven't thought about rum and lemonade yet. Maybe you haven't turned out well for your drinking. Have you thought about that? Get a goddamn rum and lemonade to yourself, boy. What happened, man? You used to be cool. Go get your boring normal person, get your drink on, and your act together. The door is closed. Still, the lieutenant gives you a quick. He doesn't like where this is going. You should punch a fucking hole in it.
Hey, what?
That felt good. Everyone don't. Everyone is. You slam your fist into the vinyl. It does not produce a hole. The door sits sturdily.
Stop that.
This door can open. This door can... Still, the lieutenant, he doesn't like where this is. You should punch a fucking hole. You hear the murmur of blood. You should pick that fat, juicy cigarette butt from the tray. Light it up and smoke the living shit. The living shit. Your Mesolimbic rule. Who knows what you are? A monster. A murderer. The gnome of Jeroma? How very astute of you. This renders it ineffectual. Or you could not do that. No one is making you. Good. Thinking about yummy cigarettes in your mouth. And when you're done, plus, smoking them gives This fan has two, or has it been consigned there as punishment? You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap. What you have in your hand is a fantastically colorful tie. The switch must be broken. The lights are on. The lights are off again. The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in. The shards face outward. A fine web of scarring covers the back of your... More likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after something you've done before. It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a... The shoe you found on the balcony fits the hole almost as well as your foot. Congratulations. You smashed the window with your own shoe. You mean someone else took your shoe off and smashed the window with it? And maybe, just maybe, you succeeded. We'll never know. Or maybe you were trying to smash your own reflection. The bed is cold.
The option to go to sleep becomes available every...
Kim also tries not to look at the pile of taped viscera on the carpet, or the weird suitcase on the hat rack, or the potted plant dying. He nods. He takes a step toward the door, like he'd like to leave. A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression. A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood. As you step in, he nods toward the table. It must be his name. Garanci. Garanci, Quebec. Sounds representative. The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air. He smiles and bangs his ladle against each of his pots in turn. He smiles and bangs his... The man ponders his cooking heap. You see a heavy steel door. You immediately feel drawn to the color. The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The door does not budge.
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads? It is quite pretty. I suppose we could look into it as a side investigation. Gart is the person to ask about this, the cafeteria manager.
Can I help you? Mine? No, it...
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you...
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out.
I thought as much. And are you the...
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you. Prod at him and find out.
Callous? What are you? Kras Mazov? Almost all establishments in Revachol keep their trash locked.
Yes.
Sir, I'm sorry the RCM is having financial trouble, but it's not this. What do you need them for?
It concerns the case. Please.
Just bring them back once you're done, please. Another thing. Great. I love those. Oh, yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just... No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
Fine, okay, a little. But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about what. So I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key, so good luck with that. Yes?
This trash container is locked. The sliding with a well-oiled crack. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't. Of course you should. This is your time to shine, Hobocop. Dive into that dumpster for extra. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
You see milk and egg rest with one. A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic. Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers. Has the legs of
the victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. Drop them in here, officer. Guitar-marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too. The belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything?
Something slimy catches your eye. A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number.
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste.
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force.
The fuck's he on about, kids? You hear that, Kuno? He thinks...
See? Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash. The lid was locked and his establishment had...
The lieutenant nods, then looks... It's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Nothing. What's this? A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it.
Officer, is that your paperwork? It is. Look. The plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form in there. If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash? Well...
His eyes express a rare condolence.
Lucky we found it. You should take stock of what remains, just to be sure some has not made it into the hands of the RCM's adversaries. organized crime, and the like. There might have been police secrets in your notes. It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Now, tell me what your eagle eyes see. Or are we finished?
Some items, such as the ledger you found, are interactable. Go to your inventory and select the Interact tab to read your paperwork.
Wow, an Armistice caliber 50 knock cannon, half wrapped in paper tissues. It's a giant rifle, and it's very expensive. And is that Cordon Electric's preamp with Electra F2 tubes? It is. That catches quite a price. We're talking 12,000, easy, unless you're into hi-fi yourself. That's too bad, because none of those things are actually in there. There's just food waste and crisp wrappings. All you see is a broken mug with a racist depiction of the Yellow Man frolicking only in its social sensibility.
Mm-hmm.
You've acquired an interactable item.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
Hobocop. Technically, you wouldn't be a cop anymore, but a hobo. That would mean game over for the cop chapter of your adventures. But who knows where the hobo part takes you? To the bar? The old L'Assommoir? To the pier or the sewers? To Le Royaume, where for 300... It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage? Understood. You're that kind of detective. Why don't you? It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell. There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it? It's a metaphor. Below the pathetics? Terror. Do not. It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you... Still wet, the toilet paper peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off with your finger and voila! The ledger now looks. An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular.
What? Yes, halogen watermark used for adding information to RCM property. It depends, aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp.
How many years you've been on the force, he's thinking. It'll have that.
Any capable light with the right wavelength will do. All RCM vehicles have had lights designed to reveal halogen watermarks. Mine too.
This means you can read the watermarks if you just...
Okay.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from... They're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol. and covered in dense blue. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files commit to paper." The case file: work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate, due to missing pages. And yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins. Yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name. Yes, all caps. One is called The Next World. Others appear more light-hearted. The guy's on a couch in an unexpected location, and the murder. You like this grimy murdering. It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done. Once you're done inspecting them up close.
You mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival at the scene? Oh, you mean the titular? Yes, well, so do I. In our defense, almost everyone. It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Office, again, in your defense, I seem to have named one the man with the hole in his head. That was a real... I pray his loved ones never find out. Rail spiked through the head. He died. It was a workplace accident.
There is, for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the tasks you've completed flow out of the pen in a brash freehand similar to the rest of the letters. Inspect the victim's body. Interview the cafeteria manager. A satisfying slash sounds across the paper. You're done, it seems. Things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the...
No, actually. Any ideas? Okay. It's a good name, but it has one problem. This case has nothing to do with the setting sun. At all. Something more concrete, perhaps? Do you have something concrete?
Usual is boring.
Furies. Yes, well, I don't know. I have to be honest. Could you make it less poetic somehow? Just a... Great! That's great! That's actually what I was... I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself. Arson, petty theft, spousal. You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. In the back, you see thin, translucent copy of paper. Some 3. The topmost are misconduct fines. The middle one, a monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250. These are quite sinister in turn. They give a date and time for the person to appear at the... A dozen pages of thin copy paper. Color of the irises, predation marks, condition of sexual organs. Yes, all that remains now is to fill those forms and hand them. What delicious power hid within this pathetic mess. You feel better. The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse. It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The blue. The blue heart. Don't look into it. Something rattles inside, ever so lightly. Is there? The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. With your hands, you 4-sized pages hang from the clip, screwed to the top of the board. The acidic stench of rotting food is rubbed off on the cellulose. It now forms the base of the experience. The 2 sides of the board appear slightly misaligned. The slides snap back into place. It should be possible without resistance, or 2 ticket stubs and a handmade postcard. 2 octopuses are smiling, reaching their tentacles toward each other in the colored pencil drawings. The tickets permit access to the zoo. 2 octopuses are thin wax paper has been glued to a piece of cardboard. Sounds like leaves rustling when you pick it. It smells of chewing gum. A touch of cinnamon, the end of summer. You think the familiar handwriting lines the inside of the card. A young woman in her 20s. There is care, effort, and a smile. You think. Although that is not Harry, it begins. You're already reading. I wanted to write you a letter, so you throw it away, please. Your hand shakes, holding the card. Every morning when I step out and you're asleep behind me, it says, every step I take, it grows. By the time I reach the fuel station, it has filled me entirely. I step onto the light rail and look back. Sparks fall from the bow collector. I know it will be like this until late afternoon, when I get off the 42 and walk back to you. You. Every step I take will get lighter. It almost makes me run. Sometimes I do. I can't believe I met you. I can't believe the happiness I feel with you. You have a vast, vast soul, and I will always. Kisses, kisses, kisses. You feel the air sucked out of your lungs and the blood sucked out of your head. Everything around you gets dark. Small white. No. Hold on. To what?
Detective.
There is nothing. Again. Well, almost nothing. There is the ground below you. That's still there. And the small light that's on, fluttering. That's me. Blue eyes, that's me. Is it? The world is gone. You are no longer real.
A bitter, caustic sense of loss remains. Even in the darkness, great sorrows slip in the water. Slimy.
The cool when you're dead.
Here in the paleo-mammalian cortex, because it's always there.
Bloated corpse of the past resurfacing.
Beautiful. Believe me, stupid ape.
There is no Voyager Road. There are no roads, no houses, no lights in the window. You think they would let you? Until you disintegrate into biomolecules. No. Someone is breathing on your face now, inspecting your pupils, stupid idiot.
Oh, but you are. They're pouring something on you.
It's delicious. Glowing lights on a dashboard emerge out of nothingness. In the upholstered cabin of Lieutenant Kitsuragi's motor carriage, seated in the driver's basket, the air is thick with leatherworks and heavy.
Drink. Water.
The water is cold, silvery, the stuff of life itself, as it pours down your parched throat. The pounding in your head recedes.
Drink. You haven't drunk water in 2 days. Did you know the human body is not made to survive on alcohol alone? You need a secondary...
With greedy gulps, you down half a liter of cold water. Some of it spills on the driver's seat.
What happened? That does sometimes happen. You dropped these. Are you okay to proceed? Good.
The Ledger of Failure and Hatred is a special item that can be used both as an interactable and a tool equipped in your held slot for skill bonuses.
It's clear you like the hard stuff, Brota. Lower intestine? The term is metabolic and circulatory fascism, Brota. Many things, but it's mostly about trusting your gut. Who does your gut tell you is the source of Revachol's problems? Yes, them, but also Women. Women, men of Wu. You don't like them. They're insane. Their idiocy needs to be scrubbed off this world with rubbing alcohol. That's what fascism boils down to. The rest is also important. But the main thing is that Wu men need to know their place. Stomach truth. You're having a stomach truth. Because you've said the hard things that others won't say. Okay, yes, let's call it that. Good thinking. You're going to keep your vooz, right? Keep your vooz, Brota. There's a slow, painful growl somewhere in your... It is one of betrayal and... It's the ledger you found in the trash, a cabbage of papers hanging from the board. Without resistance or sound, the two panels moved against each other. The compartment is now. The words just crossed your mind somehow. Who do you think? You. It's slightly. Your hand shakes. You're flushed with adrenaline. It's proving to be harder than expected. You just... Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft